Hello students, welcome to Engineers Academy. Kindly subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. Now let's solve this problem which says that as indicated by the derivation, the principle of work and energy is valid for observers in any inertial reference frame. Show that this is so by considering the 10 kg block which rests on the smooth surface and is subjected to a horizontal force of 6 Newton. If observer A is in a fixed frame X, determine the final speed of the block if it has initial speed of 5 meter per second and travels 10 meter, both directed to the right and measured from the fixed frame. So this problem has two parts. There are two observers. Observer A is in the fixed frame. So first we have to find the final velocity of the block for observer A if the block travels 10 meter distance. And then in the second part of the problem, it says that compare the result with that obtained by an observer B attached to the x dash axis and moving at a constant velocity of 2 meter per second relative to A. So observer B is moving relative to observer A with a velocity of 2 meter per second. So we have to compare the velocity of this block for observer A and observer B. And also the hint is given. The hint says that the distance the block travels will first have to be computed for observer B before applying the principle of work and energy. So as we know that for observer A, the distance travel of the block will be 10 meters. But since the observer B is moving relative to A with a velocity of 2 meters per second, so for observer B, the distance traveled by the block will be lesser than this 10 meters. So first we have to find that distance for observer B that this block will move. So first of all, if I draw the free body diagram of this block, so this will be the free body diagram, and there will be the weight of this block which is going to act vertically downward, and the normal force is going to act in the upward direction. This is that normal force, and this is the 6 Newton force. So now first of all I will do the calculations for observer A. So for observer A, we can find the acceleration of this block. So if I apply, if this is my positive x or x dash direction and this is my positive y direction, so if I apply the summation of forces along the x direction, for observer A the x-axis is x, and for observer B the x-axis is replaced by x dash. So f of x is equal to max. And as we can see that in the horizontal direction, in the positive x direction, we have this 6 Newton force. This is 6 Newton, so I will write 6. And the mass of the block is 10 kg. So I will write 10 and ax. So ax, or we can say that ax is equal to acceleration in the x, and this is 6 divided by 10, or we can say that this is 0.6 meter per second square. So now first of all we want to find the time which this block will take to travel this 10 meters distance, since the time will remain constant in both the reference frames. So for that, if I apply the kinematics, so we can write that S is equal to S naught plus V naught t plus half a t square, or we can write this ax, or we can write ax is equal to a, so this is a t square. So now initially let's say that at this instant s is equal to 0, and when it reaches here s is equal to 10 meters. So this is s naught and this is s. So I can write that this is 10, s naught is 0, v naught is given, which is 5 for the block, 5 meter per second into t plus half, acceleration is 0.6 t square. So this is 10 equals to 5t plus 0.3 t square, or we can write this as 0.3 t square plus 5t minus 10, this is equal to 0. This is quadratic equation, so we will have two values of time. So we can find it using calculator. This quadratic equation 0.3, 5 and minus 10. So this is T1 is 1.805 second, and similarly that T2 is negative, so the time cannot be negative. So this means that this is the actual value of time. So let me write that this is the time taken by the block to travel that 10-meter distance in the horizontal direction for observer A. Now for observer B, now the observer B is moving with a velocity of 2 meters per second, and since he is moving with a constant velocity, so acceleration of the observer in the x direction is going to be 0. And since we want to find the distance of the block that it covers for observer B, so now we can write that if I want to find the distance traveled by the observer relative to that block B, so we can write that the distance traveled by B will be equal to the initial distance traveled by B plus V naught B into T plus half A of B, this is A of V, into T square. So now we want to find the distance traveled for observer B, this is S of B. S naught of B is 0, since the observer, let's say that the observer just starts its motion with the block. So if this is S is equal to 0, the observer initial distance is 0 as well. So this is 0 plus this is 2 times T, and this will become 0 since the acceleration is 0 for observer B. So the SB is equal to T, and now we know that time T for observer A, the time will remain the same in both the frames, right? So this is 2 into 1.805. So SB equals to 2 multiplied by 1.805. This gives me 3.61 meters. So now from this, we can say that when the block travels a distance of 10 meters, observer B travels a distance of 3.61 meters. So now if this is the initial position of the block and the observer, this is S naught equals to 0. So if the block starts its motion from here, so the block travels a distance of 10 meters. So the observer travels a distance of, observer B travels a distance of 3.61 meters. So now the relative motion, the relative distance that the block travels for observer B is, we can say that the for observer B, the block travels that S dash equals to 10 minus the distance traveled by the observer himself. So this is 10 minus 3.61. This is 10 minus 3.61. So this is equal to 6.39 meters. So now we want to find for observer A the velocity after the traveling the distance of 10 meters by the block. So we want to find, let's say that this is state 1, and when it travels a distance of 10 meters, the block will be somewhere here. So we want to find V2 here. So that will be V2, and here this is V1 of the block. So now if we apply the work energy principle for observer A, then we can say that T1 plus the summation of work done from 1 to 2 will be equal to T2. So T1 is 1 divided by 2, and mass is 10 times V1. V1 is 5 square, and the only external force is 6 Newton force. So I will write 6 multiply by 10. So for observer A, the distance traveled is 10. So I will multiply it with 10, and this is equal to half. The mass is 10, and the velocity we want to find for observer A, so that is V2. So this will be 10 divided by 2 is 5. So let me write this is 5, and this is 5 as well. So we can write that V2 equals, this is V2 square. So V2 square will be equal to 5 into 5 square plus 6 into 10 divided by 5. Or we can take the square root of this, so that will be V2. So V2 is 5 into 5 square plus 6 into 10 divided by 5. This gives me 6.08. So velocity of the block for observer A is 6.08 meter per second. Now for observer B, this is for observer A. For observer B, again we can apply the principle of work and energy. So that will be T1 plus the summation of the work done due to the external forces is equal to T2. So that will be, now T1 is half and mass is 10. Now for observer B, the velocity V1 will not be 5 meter per second. Let's say that is V1 dash. So then V1 dash will be 5 minus 2. So for observer B, since he is moving with a velocity of 2 meter per second, so the relative velocity of block with respect to that observer B will be 5 minus 2. So that is 3 meter per second. So now we will use that V1 dash value here. So this is 3 square plus that 6 Newton. The external force is the 6 Newton force multiplied by the distance traveled for observer B. So for observer B, the distance traveled is as dash. So we will write multiplied by 6.39, and this will be equal to half. The mass is 10 and V2 square. This is V2 dash square, right? V2 dash is the velocity for observer B. So now this is again, this is 5 and this is also 5, and we can write that V2 dash is equal to, this is 5 into 3 square plus 6 into 6.39 divided by 5, and then we take the square root. This is 5 into 3 square plus 6 into 6.39 divided by 5. This gives us the V2 dash velocity is 4.08. So V2 dash is 4.08 meter per second. So now if we compare V2 with V2 dash, so the difference will be 2 meter per second. That same velocity with which the observer B is moving. So by comparison, we can see that the work energy principle applies for both the fixed and moving reference frames, right? The answer will remain the same, right? So for the fixed frame, the velocity of the block is 6.08 meter per second, and for observer B, he is moving with a velocity of 2 meter per second. So V2 dash comes out to be 4.08 meter per second, which is 2 meter per second less than that fixed frame velocity. So this is the comparison of the fixed inertial frame and the moving inertial frame, and both gives us the same answer, which it need to give us for that case. So this is the solution of this particular problem. I hope it will help you in your learning. Kindly subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. Also like all these videos if it helps in your learning. Further, it will help me to reach out as many students as I want.